Hintervale. Graveyard of Dreams. For those of you relatively new to the channel, this is a fantasy campaign, a miniature wargaming campaign. We're exploring this valley. There's mountains through here, a couple of passes. Gonna have to kill a dragon, kill a demon to get through those. Gonna have to clear Hellmouth Cathedral, bastion of evil. In our first foray into Hintervale, the rightful heir to the Imperial throne got eaten by owlbears. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew. The owlbears did not. And now the signet ring that would prove he is the rightful heir is at the bottom of the latrine in Owlbear Town. So what we did is we advanced the clock 15 years. We are undaunted. There's no daunt here in the House of Wargaming. And William Heth Jr., the bastard son of the rightful heir to the Shattered Throne, is going to pick up where his father failed. His father's close boon companions, plain old Gwyn, Mendo's Antonio. He is a dashing, steadfast, strong hero. Mendo is an archer. And then the grandchild of his father's dog, Caleb III, is also going to be helping out. They have hired 2 minions. And I left it up to you, the viewers. Where should we explore Hintervale next? Where is Caleb Jr.? Excuse me, not Caleb Jr. It's Bill Jr., Caleb III. Where should he go and explore? And the overwhelming choice was number 1. Not a bad choice. It's probably the one that I would have chosen myself. Not only that, we had a couple of commenters say, hey, rather than just dive down the gullet of an owlbear this time, can we send a scout? I thought, man, that's a great idea. Because we trust the dice to give us a better story than anything we could write on our own, I'm going to roll this here D6 to figure out who went to scout at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is going to become important here in just a moment. On a 5 or 6, it's going to be one of the minions, unnamed. Oh, Will Jr. himself is going. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to roll 2 dice, and I'm going to roll them at the same time. I'm an elite level gamer, I can do that. The red die is going to be the injury die. We want to roll high. If he rolls low, he gets hurt. If he rolls high, he comes through unscathed. This is the scouting die. If he rolls low, he doesn't learn anything. If he rolls high, then he learns everything there is to know, including the location of any hidden treasures and whatnot, okay? So without further ado, William Heth III is concerned because his father and grandfather both died in Hintervale, and he's going to go scout number... I'm not going to make you guys wait another week to do this. And now we're going to make, plain old Gwyn, Mendo's Antonio, are going to have a combat skill of 3, because now they're rickety old men. You just... I don't even know. Now, let's see if William Heth is smart enough not to go on his own. All right, he's going to say, hey, plain old Gwyn, you've been living up here in the keep, serving whoever the lord of the keep is there. Plain old Gwyn, why don't you go do some scouting? Because clearly, see, this is what we were looking for. Plain old Gwyn is going to have a slight injury, so we're going to make him slow. He's got a little bit of a limp for this first one. That's what the slight injury is here. On the other hand, he has discovered all there is to know about this next adventure at location number 1. This is embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It makes for a good story, and it's a lot of laughs. I'm going to have to go to find out what is at location numero 1. To determine that, we're going to take a regular deck of cards. We got the pretty blonde Hawaiian lass, and she's going to help us decide. She is our fates and our muse all rolled into one, and she's going to help us decide What lies behind door number 1? Door number 2 is not a lucky one. Door number 1 was not lucky the first time. Let's see what happens as we send plain old Gwyn out to scout it. 8 of spades. Now, the suit doesn't really matter, but the 8 means that we have 3 ogre slavers. We got to draw again for what their allies / slaves are, and that's going to be 5. With owlbears. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, this is actually great. I'll tell you what that means. These ogres have moved in, and they have captured an owlbear. That's what it means. So there may be fewer owlbears here, or maybe the ogres have been keeping the owlbear numbers down, and that's why they keep over the last, I don't know, however long, 30 years now, since our first adventure happened. At any rate, what we're going to do this time around is we're going to figure out what stats the ogres have. Let me grab a piece of paper. Be right back. Through the magic of editing, we are back already. Now, as I said, what I like to do is I prepare my random encounters, and then I generate them on the fly as needed. 3 ogre slavers, and then we've got their owlbear, I guess, enslaved owlbear. So the good news is we are using the delightful Song of Blades and Heroes. And this particular game already has, let's see if I can find a page for that. There we go. Ogres, look at that. Ogres. So we're going to have 3 ogres, and I already know which miniatures I'm going to use. I said 3 ogres, because I got 3 ogre miniatures. They're going to be worth 50 points apiece. They're going to be quality 4+ with a combat of 4. They are big, and they have a long move, so they're pretty quick. The big, for the record, means it's bad news. It means they have +1 to melee against everybody, but they are +1. They are targeted at +1 when attacked by at range. So if you're trying to shoot them, that combat, your combat skill goes up. Opponent is +1. So they're effectively going to be a 5 for their combat. So that's 150 points. And this is why, I got into trouble last time. Let's see if let's take a look here. I get my rough scratch notes. Owlbears, and we're just going to do D3 owlbears. So we got 3 owlbears. That's good. Okay. Three owlbears, and here they are. They're forester, tough, berserk animals. One thing we need to figure out, because I said he scouted it, going back to my deck of cards, we got to figure out what the setting is here at number 1. And the setting is going to be a 10, which is a stone bridge. So this is the ogres who live under the bridge. Or perhaps this is an old, well, again, we have another water feature here. So we'll make a note here, stone bridge. And apparently there's another water course here. What does that mean? I don't know, we got to figure that out, don't we? Probably comes through like this. I guess that means there's probably going to be some kind of a ridge of hills coming through here, so that our water flow is from the mountains down, but these don't join up until it gets to the keep. Maybe that's why the keep is built where it is. Maybe it's where these 2 streams come together. I'll go through the commenters. We'll figure out some names for these streams, but I think the path forward is going to be pretty obvious here. We are looking at a total of 100. Now, our boys, just so you know, going back, our boys have a grand total of 163, 126, 198, 100, these guys are like just regular soldiers. 98. 198, 233, plus a couple of mooks that are probably worth 30 points apiece. It's about 360 points right now. That's what our boys are worth. Our owl bears, if you tally it all up, they were worth... 3 of them is going to be 322 points. No, they're 168. So it's actually going to be 168 times 3 is going to be... Letty, 170 is going to be 340, about 510 points worth of owl bears, plus 360 points. No. So, ogres are 150, plus 500 points worth of owl bears, and I don't think we're going down to fight the ogres yet. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. You want to see what we can do? You want to see if we can put together a mission? Some kind of a smash and grab, get in, get out? Is this something we really want to do? Or do we want to go ahead and try to investigate number 3 or number 6 first? The good news is, all we suffered from that little scouting move. Way to go, Mr. Plain Old Gwyn. You did good. You might have saved us from another TPK. It's up to you. Comments down below. 3 choices. We got 4 choices. Straight up fight. I mean, if you want suicide, vote for it, and I'll play it out. Smash and grab. Try to get in and out with something valuable. Kind of a loot and scoot. We can chuck it and go to number 6 or number 3. Those are your 4 choices. 3, 6, loot and scoot. Try to kill them all. Or, I don't know, man. Here's the question. You want to go see if Owlbear Town has been cleared? That's another one. There's all kinds of stuff we can do. Isn't this great? Short videos, they don't come as fast as I would have liked, but we're having fun. We're exploring and we're discovering how I'm amazed. The first 2 locations are so obviously connected. Fascinating. I love these games. Aren't these games the best? Of course they are. If they weren't, you wouldn't be here. I'm praying for you.